Here's the first pitch.
Except, here's a long one. Way back there. Adios Pelota!
Yo, what is up? Welcome to the very first episode of Adios Pelota. Everybody knows that we're on the Subtleflex podcast. We're branching out. This is specifically for our baseball fans. You already know these two from there, Kyle and my boy Mario. Let's all pray for these two because they already went through their little promotion phase with their test. I don't know how the Navy does it, but, you know, they woke up very early to go do that, so we cross our fingers. Boys, you know, the topics we're going to go over, it's literally catching up from, you know, a month ago, talking about, you know, I know Mario has a whole bunch of I told you so's that he wants to get into, but we're going to talk about the trade deadline. We didn't get to talk about that last season, and since we have the baseball channel now, I just want to talk about it. Like, Mario and Kyle, what was your biggest wins and losses for you?
Ooh, biggest wins and losses. I'm gonna start hot here.
That's what I want.
I think, and you know how much of a fan I am for this man. First of all, I'm a big Juan Soto fan.
Yes,
and I
sir.
always will
Me
be a
too.
big Juan Soto fan.
Me too.
But I think for who Juan Soto is, I think Padres gave up a lot. I think Padres gave up a lot. I get it. You're giving up a lot for what is a generational talent, and I get it. But, like, the dude's batting, like 250? You know what I mean? I don't know.
He's not having a good year.
You give up a lot, and then, like, what? Are you going to pay him, Machado, and Tatis $200, $300 million? That'd be over $1 billion team.
Yeah, they're not the Dodgers. Off of 3 people.
And you give up a lot of good players, you know, especially with, you know, Mackenzie Gore and CJ Abrams, and I think they give up Hassel as well.
So they gave up Luke Voigt,
like,
CJ Abrams, Robert Hassel, James Wood, Mackenzie Gore, and then Yarlin Susanna.
Like, that's a lot
to
give up for somebody who... Granted, luckily they still have a year and a half left on his contract, which is great. But, like, now you got Tatis is out because he wanted to try and fucking, you know, hit a Balco to fucking ringworm. And then you know, like, you don't pay these guys when you don't have pitching? That's the biggest issue.
I want to ask
I feel like they lost twice.
They lost
twice. They lost with him, and then they lost with Josh Hader. Josh Hader's been a shell of himself.
That's why I wanted to talk about that because I seen people's like, wow, what a steal, they got Josh Hader, bro. If you watch baseball,
I thought it was a steal too.
No, but if you watch baseball, you saw how much he was struggling. Those last couple even when he played the Giants, he messed up a lot of saves before that game.
Yeah, but like you know what his body of work is, and he started the season off. He started strong. And he still, when he was traded, he was still like with a 4-something ERA. He was still the league leader in saves. What at the time was like 29 or something like that. And like I don't know.
You're right about that.
I feel like San Diego lost twice, and like nobody wants to talk about it because everybody's like, "Ooh, we got Juan Soto," which is great. I love Juan Soto. I think Juan Soto's fantastic. I'm a big stan for Juan Soto, but like, you gonna give up 3 or 4 potential future B+ to A players for a guy who's batting 250.
And that's what I want to bring up because if you look at it, right, it was Juan Soto and Josh Bell. You know how I like my switch hitters, right? Those two were in the trade. Luke Voigt, you know, CJ Abrams, and Mackenzie Gore. But the prospects they got was Robert Hassel's a number 1 prospect. That's what, according to SportsCenter, what I'm looking at. James Woods is number 3 outfielder. And then Yarlin as a right-hand pitcher is number 14. So you're talking about a top 20 talents, like 3 top 20 talents in the minors, plus those 3. CJ Abrams and Luke Voigt, they're not scrubs. They're really good day-to-day players. You know what I mean?
Bro, I feel so bad for Luke Voigt, bro.
I love that guy.
I feel so bad. I watched this highlight, and I don't know who it was. Who was playing shortstop for him, but he was like his first or second game in Washington, and he had that look that like I'm not in New York I'm not in San Diego anymore. But that shortstop airmailed that ball to him, and he just looked at it, and like it was the ball was so offline, and he was just like what am I doing here? I feel so bad for Luke Voigt because Eric Hosmer dicked that man. That man, Eric Hosmer, dicked that dude.
Yeah, because you think about it, it's like Eric Hosmer, like you're bringing it up, he had that no trade clause, right? So like he's like, I'm not going there. Now he's in Boston with your team.
Eric Hosmer became public enemy number 1 in San Diego. Once that news came out, they were like they had to trade him.
Nope. He's like, yeah, they had to. So what let me see. They gave up 2 prospects in cash with the Jay Groom. I don't know who that is, but it's a left-hand pitcher. Kyle, give me your winners and losers of the trade deadline. Just actually like just whatever comes up because we're gonna keep going, round robin.
I think in the long run, not just this year, the Padres made out decent. I think they give up too many players plus cash. In total, I think they gave up like 14 both trades plus a little bit of cash. The Yankees did well, as much as it pains me to say that. They did really well. And then my losers, Boston didn't do anything. I think the Orioles didn't do too much either, but their farm system's so good that I think they made up with it with their call-ups this year.
So for me, I'm a real big fan of this one for the Blue Jays acquiring Whit Merrifield. That was a good spot for them, right? A quiet one also was Rizzo Iglesias going to the Braves. You see, like right now, is your wife a Braves fan? Kyle?
No, she doesn't. She does not watch.
Okay, so my wife's a Braves fan. So if there's only any other team that's gonna be rooted for in this household, besides my Giants, it's gonna be the Braves. And I really like. So this is a perfect question now. Okay, when healthy and not drugged, Mario, because we talked about this. We agreed on the first a few episodes before that the Atlanta Braves have the best infield. Can San Diego rival that right now? With your boy Chrome Zone and Josh Bell being the first and second?
Now?
Yeah.
No, not right now. But I'm saying like if everyone's healthy and playing.
Yeah.
That's a crazy infield too. I was looking at like, sheesh. Would you take?
Yes. I think between if I had to pick between Atlanta and San Diego, I'm picking Atlanta.
No, off top. But I was playing devil's advocate because I'm a big Cronenworth fan too, right? Cronenworth, and then you know how I am about switch hitters, especially at first baseman, and then those two over there, third and shortstop they're legendary. They're gonna be good. But like, since my Giants are trash, I've been really focused on my wife's team. Don't tell her that. I hope she ain't watching this shit. But the Braves has been one of the teams I love watching.
Atlanta got the best GM in baseball.
Yes, look at Swanson. Look at Dansby Swanson, bro. That motherfucker is really, really good. And he got hoed out of a fucking All-Star start. I was like, what the hell? He should have fucking started. I'm looking down this list. You can talk. I'm just looking down this list. Like Joey Gallows. I'm not a big fan of his, right? I'm not a big fan of his, but going to the Dodgers, that's cool. But the ones that I want to talk about, right, is so this is the
one that it's working out.
I know. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big, but this one's one that you're gonna like. So I'm wearing the Syracuse Mets jerseys that they wore for our unit and stuff. But getting 2 DHs, one coming from the Giants to hit all lefties, and then they got your boy Vogelback to hit all righties. Yeah. Bro,
pure peak performance built in one big man.
Hey,
hell yeah!
You see his entrance?
Fat boy.
He had Spice Girls playing when he went up to bat. I was like, oh, he's dope. He's dope. Man, those, to me, like the Mets picking those people up. Whoa, I didn't know Syndergaard went to Philly.
Yeah.
The Phillies, yeah. The Phillies.
Yeah, I'm looking at all this. That's crazy. But the Mets, to me, was like, those two getting DHs that can do right to left like they try to do with the Giants with Jock and him. I think that was a good pickup too. Losers, my Giants. I mean, we didn't get better. We just lost one of our big bats to the Mets. But I see why. Like we know that we're just average team. So why go out? Go ahead. Let me hear you.
That the Giants were the biggest loser of the trade deadline.
Thank you.
The Giants were the biggest loser. I didn't even think about it because like we're so past the trade deadline, so like I forgot to like process. I've like emotionally processed that already, and I tried to get it out of my mind. You know what I mean?
Right.
But because like I said, I was on MLB The Show just beating up on the Giants for like a good 4 or 5 days.
That was me.
on rookie, you know what I mean? But like, you sit at 500, and like you gotta pick a lane at that point in time. You're like 4 games out of 500. You pick a lane. You either want to make a run at it, which is fine. Then you're gonna have to give up what you need to give up to get those players to make a run, or if you want to just take the season as an L, trade what you can trade and get what you can get. They did the worst thing that they could possibly do as a team that was sitting 500, which was nothing at all. You stayed. You just said, "I'm gonna hold what I got, not get what I can get for any of these aging contracts." Doesn't matter what you get from. It's the fact that you can get them off the books, get ready for the off season, and then use that money and allocate it towards other players. They did nothing of that. And like, by no means am I a general manager or do I have a super intricate knowledge of how the salary of the Giants works in that aspect. I don't get paid enough to do that. But like, you do nothing, and like you expect that to just be kosher, and you guys to do something in what's a stacked National League, like stacked.
Especially your division.
What's that like?
Especially the division.
The Giants like 4th in their division right now, which is crazy. Yeah. You're behind Arizona. You're behind a rebuilding Arizona.
They've had our number this year too.
Everybody's had our number this year.
Oh, touche.
Everybody's had our number this year.
Except the Rockies.
Yeah, but the
Rockies are the Rockies. They're the Rockies.
Like, they're the Rockies. We were losing games to Pittsburgh.
But Pittsburgh's not that bad.
They're 49-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, when you say it like that.
With a 201 run differential.
They have the 2nd worst record in baseball.
Behind the Nationals.
All right, we didn't have to keep bashing on the Giants right now, did we? So I'm about to go into the I told you so's, because we're going to the standings and we're in September now. Okay, call-ups are about to happen. You know what I mean? October's approaching.
Happening.
Yeah,
call-ups are happening.
So my thing is, we talked about this a couple episodes back, right? This is our fresh new episode. If anyone's subscribing now, I need Mario to say "I told you so" right now. I need him to dive right in and talk his smack about his Cleveland Guardian take and everything else that he predicted. Because damn near everything, like Baltimore, I'm gonna shut up and just allow you to do it. Because Kyle, I don't know. I was going for Boston too. So I was going for Boston. Go ahead. I'll take my L.
Talk all that shit. Looking at you, Kyle.
But before we
all that shit.
Not over.
I mean, what?
The season's not over yet, and Cleveland is super tight divisional race.
Okay.
It could go either way.
But he did talk about Minnesota too. He did talk about Minnesota too, though. So it doesn't even matter because Minnesota's back 1.5, right? That's the closest team, and he brought both.
If Minnesota overtakes Cleveland's out of.
Okay.
Yeah. But as of right now, I'm the smartest guy in the room. First of all,
I'm taking my L. Okay, I'll take my L.
I'm the smartest guy in the room currently right now. The only thing I got wrong was I thought Tampa would drop off, and for some reason, I couldn't even name you more than 3 motherfuckers on that team, and they're like the best wild card team record wise right now.
The peak of what do you call those people? Like Vogelback? What's the peak of what?
Because peak male performance.
Because Manchoy, what's his name? Ho Manchoy, what's his name? You know,
G-Man Choi.
G-Man Choi.
Hey man, that big boy is the first baseman I aspire to be. He can do the splits, man.
I remember watching that. I'm like, bro, I can't even do that, and I'm not that big. But
what's crazy is like Toronto needs to like figure it out. Like they need to just figure it out.
I mean, they're not that bad.
No, but if you have the team that you have, like, there's no reason Baltimore should be that close to you.
That's true. That yeah, I can see
Baltimore's like, what's crazy is like they have that record and they traded their best closer.
Yeah.
They traded Jorge Lopez to Minnesota.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And like, I was like, why? But I get why. You got all these people coming up, and like they're not even in win now mode. They're one of those teams that are like, you see it every once in a while. Like in football, you see it too. Like the Patriots did it for a while. Like you're like win rebuilding. You know what I mean? Like you're rebuilding in a win, which is like the best possible thing to do. And like Baltimore's like win rebuilding right now, which is weird to me. And they have so many players that are going to be coming up. They just called up Gunnar Henderson, my guy, bro. I think I'm a low key like Baltimore stan, bro. Like the more I talk about it, I think
they have a lot of good prospects though. They have a lot of good prospects.
Yeah.
Like them in Seattle. That's like those are my dark horses. Especially in Seattle.
So before I love me
actually, Ty France and Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, I love that Seattle team. How you feel about that contract extension that he got? That boy got paid.
I mean, is it premature? Yeah, maybe, but like, ride the high, man. Get what you can get.
And I like how you said ride the high, because right now he's on, ever since the home run derby, he's been riding the high. Everyone's been like on Julio Rodriguez's side. Casuals are now knowing who J-Rod is, right? Not just your diehard baseball fans. And now he gets paid because of it, because he's now about. I'm not even gonna be surprised if he's the next MLB The Show cover. Like he might be the cover boy. Like that's how I see it. It's like he's what is he? Dominican or Puerto Rican? One of them two.
He's Dominican.
Okay, so like, bro, like you coming off of that island, and you dominated the home run derby. Granted, you didn't beat Juan Soto, but you were close to it. But like you show off, do all that. Now look at you. You're getting paid. I mean, I was big on Mariners last year. Not last year, but like looking at their roster and looking at all those prospects that were coming up. What's his name? Kelenic? Is it Kel? I don't know. Kelnick?
Jerry Kelnick? That dude was trash, wasn't he?
I thought he was. That's why I'm bringing it up. I thought he was going to be better than J-Rod. And look at J-Rod. Yeah. Kyle, you can talk shit if you want.
Everybody thought Kelnick was going to be what J-Rod is.
Yes, that's what I was honestly thinking. Yeah. I honestly thought that. I thought J-Rod was like a year or two away, but not this fast. Like this man came. He out here now. He's out here.
You never know how they're going to translate to when they get.
You don't. But like, man, that dude was bad. Not only was he bad, he was bad twice. He was bad. They sent him down. They brought him up, and they bad again.
Sound like Joey Bart?
Bad. Well, no, Joey Bart is like third time's the charm. Now he's like figuring it out. Well, he's injured, but like he's like figuring it out. Which I'll have to. I think next year I'll have to eat my words on Joey Bart. But until then, I said what I said, and I stand by it.
All right. All right, Kyle. I'm gonna go to you with this one. Okay. Now that we're in the standings, talking about playoffs and everything, we're gonna go around the horn. I want to see your World Series matchup that you think is gonna happen. I know it's premature. It is premature, but I'm going with this team, even though I'll let y'all go first before I go.
Hold on.
You should give me a minute to think. Now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you like this.
Okay.
Like, when's the last time a team repeated? And I'm not saying that I'm picking the Braves, but I'm saying, like, when's the Yankees?
Yeah, that was like the Yankees.
That's a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, would you see?
Atlanta's like way better than they were last year.
They got Acuna back too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna throw it out, and y'all probably gonna talk shit about me, but I'm going St. Louis and Houston.
That's not like a crazy take though. That's not like a crazy out of like this world.
So I was. Go ahead, Kyle. You going for
like that's not unreasonable to think.
So I had that same take. Mario, you're next, but I wanted to piggyback off this. I had that same take about St. Louis. Everyone came back. Pujols back. Wainwright's back. You know what I mean? Like, the band's back together. I thought they were gonna get their last hoorah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all together. But I kind of changed. I kind of changed my mind after. But St. Louis was definitely my National League in the beginning of the year, like going toward. And I believe I said it in one of our episodes. So go ahead, Mario.
I picked. I remember I picked at the beginning of the year. I know who I picked. I picked the Mets and I picked Toronto.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I remember that. I'm gonna still stick with the Mets. I think they're riding a crazy high right now, and I'll tell you why. I'll more so tell you why I'm picking the Mets, or I'm gonna tell you less why I'm picking the Mets, and more why I'm not picking anybody else. First of all, I'm gonna go with the easy ones. San Diego ain't gonna make it. They ain't got the pitching. They got way too many like emotional issues going on there.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, they got a lot of emotional damage. Everybody apparently hates Tatis right now on the team. Everybody's like they got way too much going on.
Yeah.
The Dodgers.
They're the Dodgers.
Walker Buehler, the Dodgers haven't won a have not won an actual World Series in a full 100
since I was born.
Since before I was born.
I was born in '88.
They ain't built for it. They ain't gonna win it. They're gonna they're choke artists. They're always gonna be choke artists. That's just who they are. I will stand with that. I really ain't got a bad thing to say about St. Louis.
I don't either.
They got what I feel is the best closer in baseball right now in Ryan Helsley. They got very, very above average pitching. For some reason, Wainwright gets better with age, which is crazy to me. Goldschmidt's like on the cusp of potentially being a Triple Crown winner this year. MVP and Triple Crown winner this year, which is crazy. Like that's why it's like St. Louis isn't like any like it's not a crazy pick. Like I think the Mets and Atlanta are gonna play each other, and then the winner goes. The winner of that's gonna be in the World Series, and I think
who in the American League
might win the World Series.
So who's in the American League?
You sticking with Toronto?
Bro, I want to say Seattle, but I know it's not going to happen. I want to say Seattle.
You never know, though.
No, but you know, the thing is, like, Seattle's too young. Seattle's just too young. Like
for now, they're gonna be scary these next 5 years. If they fucking keep the core, the smart people, like the smart players, they're gonna be nasty. But who you going with? Because he called Houston. What was yours? St. Louis, Houston. I wouldn't mind watching that. I fucking hate Houston. No offense. Shout out to my boy Soren Sanders, Staff Soren Sanders, Kelvin. He a big Houston person, but bro, if one team I hate is the Dodgers, I even hate Houston even more. Like fucking, I hate that team. But who do you have, bro? It's hard, huh?
I, I think it's going to be the Yankees.
Thank you. So you got, you have a Subway Series in the World Series.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another Subway Series. But you Yankees fans out there, y'all don't want to see the Mets in the playoffs or in the World Series.
Yeah, let me, bro.
Y'all can say 27 rings all y'all got, because after that World Series, y'all still only gonna have 27 rings. You
literally just said mine. So in the beginning of the year, I went St. Louis, Houston, just like Kyle. But right now, as we stand, I'm going Mets, Yankees, Subway Series too. I said it once I saw the trade deadline. And I'm with you with the Mets winning it all. I think they're on this riding high type of thing, and they have a momentum right now. They have everything you need. You have swag with Lindor in them. You have your bats. You have your players that. Then you have Edwin Diaz with the best theme song ever. Like they have everything. Like I'm going with them, and hands down, shout out to my boy Wash if he watches this because he's a Mets fan. They have pitching. They have pitch. Think about it. They're like you said in a lot of episodes, Mario. They were doing a lot. This whole year. Really good without DeGrom and a little bit of Scherzer. And now imagine when both of them are nice and healthy. That's nasty.
And like to me, like they didn't have to do much at the trade deadline.
And you saw what they did, bro.
You get some key guys. You bring in your fat boys that can hit, and your Ruff and your Vogelbach. You use them on lefties or righties, whichever one's pitching that day. And like the biggest plus that they had was they got Scherzer back. DeGrom looks like DeGrom. You know what I mean?
I am so mad. I am so mad that I was one day short from watching DeGrom at Syracuse when he was pitching before he came up. I was so mad because I didn't know. So I'm sitting here like getting ready for this game that I went to, right? And I looked it up, and then it was like DeGrom pitched. I was like, DeGrom's pitching? He's like, no, he pitched yesterday. I was like, oh, what the hell? Like I was like, fuck. If I would have knew that, I would have took that trip and paid that little $20 to go watch DeGrom pitch.
Yeah.
And that stadium is beautiful.
That was I think the biggest lift that you needed was you get your two guys back, you let your 2s and 3s in the rotation, or you let your 3s and 4s in the rotation, 3s and 4s, so you don't have to lean on those guys, and then you just play. Like they're like. I like the Mets, man.
Yes, I do. It's scary because you are literally echoing what I was talking to my friends about here. So I have Yankees in the AL. Let's push the AL aside. This NL is where it was like, but the two teams was Atlanta and New York Mets. Those are the two teams that I was going with. St. Louis, again, if they make it, I'm not surprised. I called them in the beginning, but the way the season's been going, those are the two teams that I've been looking at. I love both rosters, bro. Like there's a lot of players on those two rosters in Atlanta and Mets that I just love. I mean,
yeah.
I can't hate on any of them, and then I just hope Atlanta don't repeat because I don't need my wife over here. Yeah, like I don't need that shit in my life. Let's get a new
with Georgia football.
Listen, if the Mets win the World Series or the Yankees, I'm driving down to fucking 6 hours to go to the parade.
The scariest situation that you can have, Fred, is next year. And I'll tell you why.
Let me know.
For two things. One's a rumor, and the other one's most likely going to happen. The most likely going to happen is Acuna's going to be fully healthy.
Yeah.
He'll be back. He'll be back to being himself. I don't think he's 100%, and that's fine. You don't have to be this year, but he's going back to be 100%. The rumor that was scary to you is that DeGrom does not re-sign with the Mets, and that he wants to go to Atlanta.
Is he from the area?
Huh?
Is he from the area? No, DeGrom is I think from Tennessee. My homeboy said he played.
No idea.
Someone look it up because my homeboy in the army, I don't know where he's from, but he said he played football and baseball with his ass. And DeGrom used to be a shortstop.
That's a university.
Where?
Oh, no, he's from Florida. Florida.
That's probably why he want to go. He want to get close to home. But the best team down there is the Braves. But that's fucking crazy, bro.
If he goes to Atlanta,
yeah, they're gonna win it again. Bro, the team is so young. Like, let's talk about the Braves, bro.
Not only are they young, they've locked up everybody. They've locked them all up. They're all locked up.
Austin Riley, Dansby Swanson, Matt Olson, Ozzy Albies. No, he's about to get locked up too.
He's not getting paid.
He's about to. Ronald Acuna. Those 5 are all in their mid-20s. Oh my gosh. You said what, Kyle?
I said, and then you throw in Austin Riley.
That's what I was saying. He already got locked in, though. He's done.
Yeah, they're all locked up.
He locked up for 10 years, ain't it?
They're about to have the best outfield in baseball, too. And best infield in baseball.
What's their outfield looking like? Because every time I think of their outfield, I think about old man, what's his name?
Right now they got Acuna, they got Michael Harris, who just got locked up, who's been fantastic.
Michael Harris is another young prospect that came up and started doing some shit. I'm thinking of.
And they're saying they're probably going to move Von Grissom to the outfield.
And I heard that he's been good too. I haven't seen a lot about that kid.
He's been pretty solid. And then they'll most likely move off of Ozuna this year.
I was gonna say Marcell Ozuna, but he's a good hitter.
He's a good hitter, but he stays like beating his wife and like getting.
We don't need that. Send his ass out of here.
He stays like beating his wife and they beat each other. It's one of them weird relationships. One of them weird marriages. They got him. They got Robbie Grossman. They say they'll probably move Von Grissom over to outfield.
Once Albie's come and is healthy.
See, that's the only reason why I didn't pick St. Louis anymore is because I started looking at the Mets and Braves, like not just the momentum of the season going, but just the players they have. Like, dude, there's no holes in the Braves lineup. There's no holes in the Mets lineup. Like, it's so hard to like not pick those two teams in the National League at all. But if St. Louis, like any given playoffs, shit can happen. You see, like no one picked the Giants in 2010, and they freaking went.
I look at those 3 teams as like 1A, 1B, 1C. Like you put any of those in the World Series, I'm like, all right,
I'm not, and it's good baseball. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is boring. Those are 3 good clubs. I'm happy to watch that. Like, I'm happy to watch that shit, man. So, I guess we're not very fans of the American League because we haven't talked really much. We talked about Houston and the Yankees, but
the thing is, I think the American League is a little bit more open.
It is. It's a free-for-all over there. But look at that Central. Their highest, Cleveland Guardians is 68 wins, and that's the highest they have.
I could see Houston, New York, Tampa Bay, or Toronto being in it. I know those teams. The only 2 teams, unfortunately, that I can't see in it are the 2 teams that I'm high on currently right now, and that's Cleveland and Seattle. Like, those are the only teams I can't see in it.
I'm looking at that, too. Like, anything is possible, though.
I think Seattle's too young.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I think Cleveland is just Cleveland. You know what I mean? Like they have a bunch of very good players, but I don't think that they're just putting it all together. Especially on the starting pitching. I don't think they have the starting pitching to compete like that. You know what I mean? Tristan McKenzie nasty though, but I don't think they got starting pitching to compete like that.
Yeah. See, because I look at it too, it's like it's gonna come from the National League. are we all in agreement that the World Series is going to the National League?
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't care if it's the Braves, Mets, or the Cardinals. Like I think it's. I just don't see it. I don't see it in the American League.
I don't think the Yankees are as good as everybody thinks they are.
I don't think either, but I think they're good enough to come out the AL.
Yeah, but everybody is like so high on the Yankees.
I'm in New York, bro. I hear it every day.
No, bro, and I've never thought the Yankees were like as good as everybody thinks they are.
And the fact that they have all that talent on their roster and only have 79 wins.
Well, I mean, the first team just got to 80 wins fucking a couple days ago, so like they're not like super far behind.
They're 5 games, yeah.
The first team got
that good.
That's why the Dodgers are sitting at fucking 90 right now.
Oh, it was 90 wins. You're right, bro. Yeah, you're right. I thought they were at 80. I also still think we're in August, so. Cool.
Let me talk about this fucking Dodgers team. I'm telling you, all you Dodger fans, I'm not here to hate y'all, but history tells me y'all not winning it. Y'all not.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't care how good Gosselin is, you losing Walker Buehler is a big L for your team. That man is a fucking monster, and I don't like complimenting Dodger fans or Dodger teams or Dodger anything. But that man right there, you losing him, that told me everything. Like, send Gosselin. He looks good in the regular season. Put him in October. See what he gonna do. This team is gonna choke. Like every other LA team during the COVID. The only reason why they won. I'm hating now. Well, the way I'm talking.
I will say that the Yankees. I don't know if it sounds like a homer for saying this, but the Yankees picked up a great player when they got Benintendi.
Yes, I like it.
As much hurt me to see him go there. He's on fire this year.
It's enough to get him to the World Series, but I don't think it's enough to win it. Especially because this National League got all the good teams. Atlanta, even though I don't want to say this, the Dodgers, Cardinals, Mets. Yes, I know that, but what I'm saying is like those teams I'll take over a lot of the teams in the American League. I'll take the Mets over the Yankees. I'll take the Mets over Tampa Bay, over Houston. Like Houston's 84, right? After that, it's the Yankees at 79. Bro, like the Central, literally the best team is Cleveland, like you said, at 68 wins. Like that whole division is trash. I mean, not trash. Let me downgrade what I was saying. It's just the division isn't as good as every other division that I'm watching.
Yeah.
Mario, you was gonna say something. What was you gonna say?
I don't know, man. I'm like looking at all these teams right now, and like, I'm so like in the American League, I'm so like undecided. Looking. Huh?
I don't care who comes out the American League now. Now that I'm talking, it's coming out of the National League. Right now, it's taking it again.
I think the one everybody wants to see. The one everyone wants to see is Mets and Yankees.
Subway.
But like, the one no one's talking about is Houston. I don't even know what's talking about Houston. Granted, everybody hates Houston, but like, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But like, Verlander going to win a Cy Young at 37 years old.
Wow.
Verlander going to win a Cy Young at 37 years old.
Verlander's hurt, ain't he? I heard he's hurt right now.
He's on the IL right now.
But for how long?
Only 15 days.
Oh, okay, never mind. He'll be back. He has been killing though. You're not lying there.
He got sent on the IL.
He's been killing. Kyle Tucker's nasty. Altuve's still decent.
Jordan
Alvarez is essentially like a second coming of David Ortiz. Like,
he's hurt right now too.
They're still not winning it. Fuck them.
They'll be back for the playoffs. It don't matter, man.
My opinion, I would choose them over the Yankees.
Like let him be injured. You got the West locked up already. You're 11 and a half games ahead of Seattle. No one else is even remotely close. Everybody else is 25 games back and more. The Angels are 27 games back, and I won't even talk about those motherfuckers.
No, let's talk. You were so
crazy. You know it's crazy, man. You know it's crazy. You know it's so crazy.
Go ahead, spit it out.
They spent all this money on all these motherfuckers, and they're only they're less than 10 games apart from the Oakland A's.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And the A's gave up all their best players.
I think Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani alone make more money than the whole A's team combined. And,
they do.
And they have virtually almost the same record.
Sad, ain't it? Sad. It's really sad. Mike Trout deserves better. He needs to go. He needs to go.
But that's his own doing.
Say it again?
That's his own doing.
Yeah, he's loyal. He's just like Dame Lillard with Portland Trailblazers. He's not gonna, you know what I mean? He's great. He's not gonna do too much. Plus, he's just like I remember they had tried to put a mic on him and he wasn't trying to get the mic because he doesn't like talking. He doesn't like being out there like that. He just want to play baseball. But Mike Trout deserves better. He need to go, and I feel like he's gonna be gone this offseason.
All right, so y'all want to hear something crazy?
Let me know.
Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani's salaries combined is roughly $44 million. All right.
Yep.
Oakland A's is $48 million.
2 players, bro.
And that's from the varied minor salaries, the retained, the injured list, the active payroll. The active payroll is only $16 million.
That's sad. Speaking of Mike Trout, man, I'm about to spin it up now because we're about to close pretty soon. Yep. Before I go there, I want y'all. How do y'all feel about the Tatis news? Go ahead, Kyle. I see your facial expressions.
As much as I hate that he got suspended, his excuse is awful.
Yeah, it's trash to me.
You can't sit here and tell me you don't know what goes in your body.
No.
It's a sad story, bro. It's a real sad story.
I actually, funny, I just Googled what clostebol was because I was curious on what it was anyways. It's a hormone testosterone. So it's test is what he was taking. It's DHT is testosterone. Which also is an estrogen blocker, which is fantastic. I've dabbled in a little bit of reading up on the steroid arts, but I don't know, man. You get paid millions of dollars to essentially be in shape, be a master of your sport, and know what you're putting in your body.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I you can say whatever you want. No one's ever going to admit why they were taking what they were taking. I think ringworm is just the most fucking. You gonna believe that story? I don't buy that story. I'm not buying that. You know what I mean? I'm not buying that story. Just like I'm not buying Sammy Sosa saying he only corked his bat for the home run derby so people could see him hit far. You've done it once. You've been doing it for a while. You just got caught doing it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You did it once. You're doing it for a while. I don't think that. Oh, I took it for ringworm.
Especially
as a valid anything.
When you can just Google medicines to treat ringworm and a cream. Yeah. Come on, man.
Do better, bro.
or if it's that bad, I'm sure if I'm an athlete, okay, if I'm making $1 million a year, which would be a fucking 3,000,000,000% pay raise from what I'm making now. If I'm that, I'm sure, first of all, the MLB has a laundry list of things that you cannot put in your body, right?
Yes.
So if I got to go to a doctor's appointment and I'm like, hey, doc, I got ringworm, I need some shit. And I would hand this list over to the doctor and be like, I can't have anything with any of this in it. I feel like that's like the easiest transaction you can make. Give me something that has none of these names on it so I don't pop on anything.
Or if the doctor gives you that, at least notify your team and the MLB, like, hey, this is straight from a doctor.
Yes.
Throw the sheet out there.
Just to let you know.
Tatis is only one of three things in my mind. He's either ignorant, an idiot, or a cheater.
He's probably all three.
He can't be any one of those things. He can't be any one of those things.
He's probably all three.
Yeah, you can't be any one. You can't be like ignorant and stupid. You know what I mean? Like you gotta pick a lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You either I didn't know, I didn't look,
my bad,
or I'm taking steroids. Like you gotta be one of those three things. You know?
All right. Hey, I like that because I was saying the same thing. And I just wanted to make sure I had the same opinions as y'all. So we're gonna close it out with this, right? And we've been doing this in our Adios Pelota chat. We're talking about the World Baseball Classics, and I want to talk about the United States. You know, being that we're all Americans, you know, I want to talk about the World Classic and the players that committed. I'm looking right now at the Mookie Betts commit. You know what I mean? And seeing that and looking at like Harper and Arenado and Alonso, bro, they even got Ken Griffey Jr. being in the coaching staff. Like this is dope. This is pretty dope news. Who else?
Mark DeRosa is the manager.
See, and then like you look at that. I want y'all opinions on this. I am so excited, bro.
Hey, our boy Bruce Bochy is coaching Kyle
for France. Israel. No, it's France.
Oh. He's coaching France? Oh, my bad, Kyle. I thought he was coaching your team, Israel. My bad. Coaching France. That's what it is.
He's a Frenchman. He's not an Israeli. No, but yeah, I want y'all just spit out anything that you think about when it comes to the World Baseball Classic because I'm excited because if you know the World Baseball Classic is literally more legit than a gold medal in the Olympics because the Olympics is going during the freaking Major League Baseball, so we don't get our best players out there.
I'm curious to see how much of the landscape changes of the Dominican Republic if Tatis plays or not.
He probably will.
They all need drug tests.
Nobody's talking about it. I'm just curious. Like, does that suspension carry to the World Baseball Classic?
It does not.
And like, will he play with all that shit going on?
I mean, I don't see what.
But like it's crazy because like you see all these Team USA commits, but like you're not hearing like nobody's like committed yet to any of these teams like Dominican. Who's Kyle?
No, he's coming back. He's coming back.
Oh, we're not talking like about like not many people are committed to all these other teams yet. Usually they wait to the end of the season, so like I get that.
America's not playing no games.
Nah, they're fucking getting them now.
Talk to me about the commits. Let me know everyone that we picked up.
On the campaign trail, he said the season's a wash. I'm gonna get who I can get now.
I think
the season's a wash, man.
Talk to me about the Team America.
So they're stacked. They're fortunate because like they got the two best catchers in baseball currently right now is JT Realmuto and Will Smith, and they got them both. So like. That's great. They got a lot of power. Like the team is great. It's literally an all-star team. This whole team.
It goes Will Smith, Kyle. Yeah, so you got Kyle. You have Kyle Tucker, Mookie Betts, Cedric Mullins, Pete Alonso, Bryce Harper. You got JT Realmuto, Paul Goldschmidt, who we think is going to be the MVP, maybe Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, and Mike Trout. Bro, that just listening to the names, like, and you said the same thing. All we're missing is
you get
Jazz
another middle infielder. You get another middle infielder. You get another outfielder.
Judge.
And then like after that, you don't need anybody else. But
Judge and Jazz.
They need some lefty bats.
Yeah, you're right.
You only got 3 lefty bats, and they're all outfielders.
So who else would you pick up that are lefties though? I'm trying to think that right now.
Bryce Harper.
No, I'm talking about like to add on.
Jazz Chisholm's a lefty.
Okay, yeah, we know you stand him.
Lefty. I'd ride with Jazz Chisholm. That dude's nasty, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a hater. It's just I've never been big on. What other lefties are out there that I really want to know?
Honestly, I don't even care if they get another lefty besides Jazz Chisholm. But like the fact that Austin Riley's not on this team is like such a travesty.
He might commit though. We still have a
fucking better be. Like that dude's so gross.
What y'all haven't mentioned, but I will. We need pitchers to start committing.
Pitchers aren't going to commit till after the season. Like at least American pitchers.
Who do you think is going to commit?
Marcus Stroman is the first pitcher at all to commit to any World Baseball Classic team.
And he's going to Puerto Rico, you said?
Yeah, he's going to how that works, whatever. But he's the only person that's the only pitcher that's committed to any World Baseball Classic team.
It'll be crazy.
These pitchers are going to wait till the season's over, see where their arms are, take that time off, and then, like, I don't think the pitching is going to be as good as everybody thinks it's going to be. So.
What if Puerto Rico wins and now Marcus Stroman is a 2-time different country World Classic champion?
I don't even know how that works, man.
That would be wild. Well, maybe one of his parents is Puerto Rican, and you know he gets to. Because look, Kyrie Irving is from Australia. He was born. Him and Ben, like he could play if he wanted to. He could play for Australia if he wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in reality, he would never do that.
Yeah, if well, knowing Kyrie, he probably would. Yeah, his weird ass.
I thought he played for them at the FIBA, whatever the fuck.
Nah, he was always with the U.S.
Let me see. Now I'm curious about that. Now you got me thinking about basketball.
Listen. This first episode, I loved it. Right? It's Adios Pelota channel. That's all it is. Anytime you see the beginning of this, it's literally us talking baseball. I challenge or invite anyone else that talks baseball to come with us 3. These 2 are sacrificing a lot of sleep time because they have a lot of bad scheduling, but they're out here. They out here to talk what they love. They love baseball. I love baseball, and it's fun. Y'all have any last words before I close this out?
Mets and Yankees. Mets and Yankees.
I'm with you with that, brother. I'm with you with that, brother.
Yankees. So.
What about you, Kyle?
I'd be okay with the Mets, but I'm sticking with the Cardinals, taking it all. Last ride.
Last ride. That was my take in the beginning, but I fell off that.
If I'm the Mets, I'm just shoving DeGrom and Scherzer down everybody's throats. Every 3 games. Every 3 games, you're getting Scherzer and DeGrom.
That's
all
fucking.
Of it. I'd be like, Scherzer, you ain't pitched all damn year. You should have nothing but a healthy arm, damn you.
Man, it's nasty to see that shit.
I'm pitching you.
Look, this was a great episode. Again, this is not the Sotaflex podcast. This is branching off. This is the Adios Pelota baseball channel. Like, comment, subscribe. It's still going to be on YouTube for Sotaflex YouTube, but it's just going to be its own playlist. Hey, brothers, I'll talk to y'all later. We'll get back and talk news about baseball again because, October's coming. I'll see y'all later.